coming up, we have your August 2020 Las Vegas real estate market update.
Hey everyone, I'm Steve.
And I'm Kristen.
We are the Thomas Group with Love Local Real Estate, your local Las Vegas and Henderson realtors. Here today to bring you your August Las Vegas real estate market update from the incredible, bright and beautiful downtown Las Vegas. Downtown's pretty wild, isn't it?
It's really cool. All these murals everywhere. Life is Beautiful is like really helped with the revitalization of downtown, and we love walking around and seeing all the artwork, you know, out on display.
Yeah, if you're not familiar with Life is Beautiful, it's a music festival that happens once a year downtown, and they completely transform the whole of the downtown city. Areas where you could typically just, you know, walk and drive, you can't. And they've got music festivals and pop-up little arts and weird, cool and wonderful stuff.
Culinary delights, some weird things, but it's so cool.
Yeah, including this. So what's really neat about downtown Las Vegas, and excuse the traffic if you guys can hear it coming on the microphones, we're on a busy road here, but they bring in artists from all over the world, don't they, Kristen? And they paint a lot of these like rundown buildings, maybe sort of like buildings that are like bordering on like dilapidated, and they transform them into amazing, wonderful works of art like this. They call this the Bacardi Art Motel. It's really, really fun. It's definitely bringing a big art vibe to Las Vegas, and you should definitely check it out when you're down in town or downtown.
I like down in town when you're down in town. Sounds cool.
In today's market update, we're going to talk a little bit about something that's coming to Nevada and California that I believe is going to increase the value of Las Vegas tremendously, and it's going to open up opportunities that have really not been possible before, and it's going to make Californians' lives a lot easier on a Sunday afternoon. We're also going to be able to talk to you about why North Las Vegas is absolutely on fire right now, and in terms of affordable housing, brand new housing, you want to be in North Las Vegas. We'll talk a little bit about that, as well as the luxury market. I know a lot of people are interested in the luxury market. We'll speak a little bit about that as well, and we're going to give you the whole lowdown on what's been happening.
So let's start where we always do, at single family homes. So the median price of single family homes jumped up again last month to $330,000. Now that's up 1.5% from last month and up 8.9% from the same time last year. Last month was crazy, wasn't it?
Yeah, really busy. But there's one statistic that you were telling me a little bit earlier, and that's the pending sales for next month. Because as a lot of you know, the data that we talk about now was in escrow 30 days ago, closed 30 days ago. All of the properties that are in escrow right now are going to be closing next month. Yeah,
so our pending sales this month are up 9.4% from the same time last year. So we can expect next month to have the same thing again, more closings than we did the same time last year. Now that's not super surprising just because we were shut down during our normal spring rush. So I think that we're just seeing that pent-up demand. We definitely saw a lot of people trying to get in their homes before school started.
That's typical, and just with everything that's been happening, the floodgates have opened, I guess. And but unfortunately, there isn't, or fortunately, depending on which side of the coin you're on, there isn't any inventory for sale. The amount of homes for sale is very thin.
So speaking on that, our inventory, there were 4,806 single-family homes available for sale. That was down 5.4% from last month and down 38.4% from the same time last year. I mean, that is crazy. We just don't have anything available.
Nope.
So there were 3,325 single family homes sold last month. That is up 34.9% from the previous month and up 5.3% from the same time last year. So like we said, that demand is really strong. And now couple that with new listings. There were 3,703 new listings. Now that's up 14.1% from last month. We are seeing a little bit more new listings, but we're still behind about 10% from what we were seeing last year for new listings. So you can see we don't have the new listings that we need. Demand is super high. inventory is low, that's driving the prices up, right?
Yep.
For single family homes, we have 1.4 months of inventory, and that is favoring the
1.4 months.
Yeah.
Whoa!
I know.
Oh my gosh,
Well,
seller.
yeah. Heavily
favoring the seller.
So if you're thinking about selling, if you've got someplace to go already, I mean, obviously it can be tricky with the low inventory nationwide, but if you're trying to get out of here, I mean, now's a good time to sell.
It just makes me wonder how long these price appreciations continue.
We're going to talk about that when we get into the new construction homes. Wages are not keeping up with the appreciation on homes, so you're absolutely right. It can't go on forever.
Unfortunately, not many people have jobs. Unemployment level did decrease last month, I believe, from like 25% to 15%, which is great.
I wanted to say something about that. It did decrease, but I know so many people that were on the Paycheck Protection Program. Now the Paycheck Protection Programs are out and they're back on unemployment, so I'm kind of curious what's going to happen, next month with unemployment numbers.
Are they going to release another stimulus? Because as of recording, they haven't come to any agreement. There's still a lot of variables that could go into the mix.
Now let's take a look at condos and townhomes. Now, if you watched our last video, you know that condos and townhomes were definitely lagging behind. The single family homes had rebounded and condos and townhomes hadn't yet. They're coming back now.
Yeah, they kind of went, didn't they?
Yeah.
I saw those numbers, I thought they were wrong.
I know, right?
Yeah, seriously.
So crazy. So the median sales price went up to $196,000. In 1 month, that's up 4.7%, and it's up 12% from last year.
This is just my guess. Very, very low inventory. The pandemic has now made people reevaluate their lives. From personal experience working with clients now that have been living in condos, renting, and it's not their perfect home, because it never is when you're renting. It's always a stepping stone normally. Now, during the pandemic, not being able to go outside, use a back garden and things like that. Got to have my own space, and then that translates to, well, if I can afford to buy, I may as well.
Yeah, and a lot of our condos and townhomes do have like a bigger backyard patio space.
And we have clients as well that just buy condos and townhomes for snowbirds. Yeah, so they don't live here all year round. Demand is really high.
Yeah. Speaking on the demand, there were 700 units sold last month. That is up nearly 50% from the previous month. Wow. But you know what? It's still down 3.3% from the same time last year. How is that for a rebound?
Yeah, big time. Awesome. That's really good. Let's see, if that continues.
Yeah.
I'm always really a little bit weary when I see big numbers. Who knows where that can go, because we've seen big dips and big gains before, and they don't always come out favorable. It's better to see a nice level appreciation.
Speaking on that, actually, the pending sales that are happening pending right now are actually down just a touch, 0.4%. So they're pretty much even than we were last year. So I feel like we've come back. We're not going to see another big jump on these guys next month. Now, for new listings, there were 927 new condo and townhome listings. That's up 22.3% from last month. So again, a little bit more listings coming on the market, and that's still down 0.7% from the same time last year. So pretty on par. Inventory, there were 1,581 units available. That's down 2.2% from the previous month and down 15.2% from the same time last year. So we're not hurting as much for the condo and townhome inventory, and that's reflected in the months of inventory, which is 2.3. But to be honest, guys, that's still a really low months of inventory, still favoring the seller.
Yeah, absolutely. And what about the luxury market?
The luxury market, which I think a lot of people were really worried that it was going to just
I heard that the luxury market was going to be the first hit.
Right.
We might really be in this early days into this.
Good point.
But we haven't seen it yet.
Yeah.
Luxury market's doing fantastic. New home sales, unbelievable.
We're up 1% in appreciation from last year, which, I mean, considering we got a pandemic going on, that is not too bad. Sales were at the same rate of sales. And by the way, luxury we define as any home greater than $1 million in sales price. It's not having crazy appreciation, but it is staying steady.
for sure. And the new home builders, they're laughing all the way to the bank right now, aren't they? The lack of the inventory in the resale homes, coupled with the value that you can get in some of these new homes, like brand new homes, is superb. And if you're looking for superb value, where have you got to go?
North Las Vegas.
North Las Vegas is booming.
And now some people, you know, they've heard from people that live here, oh, don't go to North Las Vegas. You guys, North Las Vegas is big, just like Las Vegas is big.
North Las Vegas is another city.
It's another city.
Yeah.
And
people don't know that.
I don't think people know that. By the way, you can always consult crime maps online if you're wanting to kind of look at different pockets of neighborhood. We have a lot of clients. A lot of you guys that watch our videos are researchers like me, so I like that. I like that you're looking. There is a D.R. Horton community called Valley Vista, a new master plan community up there, right?
Yeah, and Tule Springs as well.
Tule Springs is doing great.
Yeah, phenomenal. If you are in the military, that's an amazing spot for you because we got 2 military bases.
Yeah, Creech is up there in the northwest, which, you know, they're right up there. And then
we got Nellis.
You zip over to Nellis as well. So it's very popular with military family.
If you like hiking in the outdoors, Mount Charleston is 30 minutes.
Yeah, Red Rock's right there.
Red Rock's
probably 20 max.
Tule Springs and that D.R. Horton community.
And you guys, you will not believe what you can get in Valley Vista. Like, my mind was blown. You can get a 3-bedroom with a loft home, really nice white cabinets, like the granite countertops. Guess what? $250,000 brand new.
Yeah.
If you want a big backyard too, $300,000. It's insane. So if you guys want some more information, we'd love to send you.
Yeah.
You know,
let us know.
Yeah, but you know what? Overall, like all the master plan communities have been doing really well. Right?
Yeah, I saw one that they called them duplexes, but they weren't really duplexes, but they were just 2 small homes that were joined together.
It's a townhome, really. Like
it is. A townhome, but they were single stories.
That's in Valley Vista.
That was
amazing.
Oh yeah, really, really good. They were in the 250s.
We're a 3-bedroom, single story. You're only connected on the one wall. And then just so you know, if you are buying a townhome, they've got to build them to code. They have a really thick wall joining them.
Yeah.
So.
Should we tell them the story about when we bought one?
Yeah.
Go on.
You tell it.
All right, okay. We bought a brand new home, and this was before we were in real estate. And the best that we could afford at the time was a beautiful townhome in great location in Henderson and Green Valley. But I didn't want to live in a townhome. Yeah. And I don't think you weren't like best.
No, but when we were looking at what else we could get, we were like brand new or like.
Yeah, well that's exactly what's happening right now, right? Because we were in almost the same situation type of market. So we went out and we looked at resale homes, and you know they had old kitchens and old appliances, and nothing really excited us for what we could get. And then we saw these townhomes that were brand new. Granite countertops, wood-like flooring, rooftop deck. It was phenomenal. But anyway, we went in one house next door that was empty and made sure that we were like
screamed.
We were shouting and like banging around the house and literally couldn't hear a single thing. And that, I think, was then I decided, okay, this is pretty cool, because you know sometimes I want to play some music, not blaringly loud, but I want to enjoy it. And you know, sometimes I get excited and talk loudly.
Sing loudly.
Yeah, we like to do a little bit of that too.
Yeah. So I think a lot of people might be scared off hearing their neighbors all the time, and just so you
don't
know,
worry about it.
Don't worry about it. And when you come and visit and we check out the homes, we'll do that with you. We'll yell next door, and you can.
Some of the efficiency of these homes as well is phenomenal.
Oh my goodness! Yeah.
Yeah, we've been looking at them recently, and they inside of the brand new homes they put how efficient they are comparative to you know something else. And
that last one we were in, it was just shy of 2,500 square feet, and the average utility bill was $120 a month, compared to if you bought a resale. What was it? $275.
Yeah, it was almost double.
Yeah, it was almost double. So, speaking of how well the master plan communities are doing, I mean, Summerlin is right on pace with where they were last year. A national report of all master plan communities, and Summerlin is ranking up there. Cadence sales are up 11% from the same time last year. Sky Canyon's up 6%. And that community up in North Las Vegas, D.R. Horton, they weren't even on the map last year. I mean, they weren't even ranked. This year,
but they even started breaking ground.
Yeah, they had sold 110 homes.
Oh, okay.
This time last year.
Okay.
This time this year, they've sold 472 homes, and now they're ranked the 6th master plan community in the nation.
Whoa.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So they went from nothing to now being number 6. They've listened to what the consumer wants, and they're offering that product.
I love new builds right now. I think the builders have been listening to, like you say, what's important to the buyers,
right,
and they're including it. And the very last thing that I wanted to talk about is, well, before I preface this, we get to work with some amazing people and some really, really interesting people from all different walks of life doing this job, don't we? Kristen and I are very fortunate to be helping a gentleman and his family who relocate from New York. He is responsible for building the high-speed train that's going to be built between Las Vegas and Victorville, California. This is going to be phenomenal, you guys.
Hey Scott, if you're listening, we had a client that was maybe, thinking about moving here, and then he had to go back home on a Sunday, which, by the way, you want to avoid that drive. Should have told you, Scott, sorry. It can take up to 8 hours.
10 hours, 12 hours, sometimes.
Yeah, after a holiday, it's crazy.
Because all of those roads go into a 2-lane highway.
The whole way, that whole freeway.
It gets really, really backed up. But this train is going to be built alongside the freeway, the highway. And you're going to be able to get from Las Vegas to California in, they don't know exactly right now, but it's, let's say, an hour and a half. Now, Victorville, California is only an hour drive outside of LA. How accessible is this going to make Las Vegas for people that not only want to come and, enjoy Vegas for the weekend and, vacation trips, holidays and whatever, business. We've got clients that can work from home, maybe go into California a couple of days a week, infrequently, but they can move here, get all of the tax advantages and travel there. I'm really excited about this.
Yeah, me too.
So we hope you enjoyed our August 2020 Las Vegas real estate market update. If you have any questions, if you're thinking about moving here into town, we would absolutely love to help. Please don't hesitate to leave a message in the comments. We always love reading them and responding to you. If you want to reach out to us, you can find some more info about us on our website, thethomasgrouplv.com. And if you haven't yet subscribed, we really appreciate it if you do so. And if you give our videos a thumbs up, just tells YouTube that you like us as well. But for now, have a great day. We'll hope to see you soon.
Bye. See you next time.